What is going on, and welcome everyone to this career mode personality guide. In today's video, we'll be going over the 3 types of personalities and how you can get the points quickly so you can level up to tier 3. So sit back, enjoy, and do not fast forward to the end because I'll be going over some very important details. Now to start off, there are 3 tiers to your personality traits. The first tier is what you start with, and that will give you +1 to all affected attributes. Tier 2 is what you get at around 20,000 personality points, and that will give you +3 in all affected personality traits. And Tier 3, the last one at 75,000, will give you +5 in all affected attributes. And that is where everyone will get eventually, and in today's guide, hopefully, I'll be showing you how you can get there faster. Now, the 3 personality types in FIFA 23 player career mode are the Maverick, the Heartbeat, and the Virtuoso, and you will always have one that is dominant and 2 other that are recessive. And the dominant, of course, being the one which you have the most percentage in. And while on the topic of percentage, let's go over how percentage makes a difference as to which attributes get boosted. And this might seem really complicated, but it really isn't. It's a very easy to understand system. So for each 10% that we unlock in a certain personality type, we boost a certain attribute with it. And for 20%, we'll get 2 boosts, 30% will give us 3 boosts, 40% will give us 4 boosts in a certain personality type. And once you hit the 50%, you're going to unlock all the boosts associated with a certain personality type. So for example, if I only had 10% in Maverick, I would only boost penalties by +5. If I had 20%, I would have boosted penalties and free kick accuracy by +5. And if I had 30% in Maverick, I would boost penalties, free kick accuracy, and dribbling attributes by +5. And if I had 40% in Maverick, I would boost penalties, free kick accuracy, dribbling, and ball control all by +5. And the benefit of reaching 50% or above in a certain personality type is that you boost all attributes associated with that personality type and not just the first 5. In doing so and having 50% or more, which I recommend you stick between 50 to 55% at maximum, not only did I unlock penalties, free kick accuracy, dribbling, ball control, and acceleration, I also unlocked sprint speed and finishing. Similarly, when it comes to Heartbeat, and because I have more than 20% but less than 30, I am boosting 2 attributes associated with that personality trait, that being a +5 in volley and +5 in vision. And hypothetically, if I was 30% or above in Heartbeat, I would have unlocked another boost for reactions. And finally, I will give you one last example so you better understand what I'm talking about. In Virtuoso, just as in Heartbeat, I have more than 20% but less than 30, so I am boosting 2 attributes associated with that personality type. And that is giving me a +5 in stamina and +5 in composure. And if I was to reach 30% or above in Virtuoso, I would unlock a +5 boost for agility. Now focus with me, as I think this is the most important part of the video and this is the big reason for why you are here. And I will give you the recommendation on what I think each and every single one of you should do with your builds. I highly recommend keeping your Maverick, no matter what you are, between 50 to 55%, your Heartbeat between 20 to 25%, and your Virtuoso between 20 to 25%. And that is because once you're over 50% with Maverick, it's going to unlock every single attribute associated with that personality trait. And once you're 20% and above in Heartbeat, it's going to unlock the first 2, which are very important. And once you're 20% or above in Virtuoso, it's going to unlock the first 2, which is also the most important. Now, do bear in mind that the attributes boosted are going to be different depending on the role that you select, whether you're a striker or defender or midfielder or a goalkeeper. The different boosts are going to pick up on different attributes. Now that we covered the basics, let's head on over to how we can get those personality points so we can reach tier 3 faster and get the 75,000 that we need. First thing is going to be training. That's very important. And as you can see, different type of training give us different personality points. Dribbling is going to give us Maverick. Defending is going to give us Virtuoso. Passing is going to give us Heartbeat. Shooting is going to give us Maverick. And finally, set pieces are going to give us Virtuoso as well. Now, what you pick over here is a personal preference and up to you, but I highly recommend you stick to my formula of 50 to 55% in Maverick, 20 to 25% in Virtuoso, and 20 to 25% in Heartbeat. And once you've reached that formula where everything is perfect, what you want to do is diversify, and I will show you how to do that in a little bit more detail right now. So for example, I would head on over into passing and pick up one of the training exercises because passing is going to give me personality points associated with the Heartbeat. Second, I would go into the training exercises once again, hop on over to shooting and pick up any one of these shooting exercises that gives me a lot of XP, and that is because it's going to boost my Maverick personality. Finally, I would go into set pieces and pick up any one of them because that is going to give me points in Virtuoso, and this way I'm getting a balanced amount of personality experience, being 45 in Heartbeat, 45 in Maverick, and 45 in Virtuoso. However, if you're not on my formula of 50 to 55, 20 to 25, 20 to 25, and you would like to imitate it so you can get the boost that I do, I recommend that you edit things to pick up the points that you need the most. So for example, if you needed Maverick points, what I would do is I would switch out all the exercises to give you Maverick. And of course, do play them out the first time so you can get the A before you simulate them, achieve the highest result, which is an A, and that will give you the most experience and the most personality points. And then you can simulate them each and every single time. And there you go, I just did that. And as you can see, that's going to give me a total of 135 personality points. And that took me a couple of seconds to do. Another way to get personality points and focus on ones that we need in specific is by doing match objectives. Completing those objectives will boost whichever personality trait is associated with that objective. Successful dribbling, for example, is going to give us some Maverick points, and goal involvement is going to give us some Heartbeat points. If you want to rack up those personality points and get a lot of them real quick, you want to play your games and you do not want to sim them. Simming them will give you somewhere around 70 to 80 personality points, but actually playing them and doing well in your games, as you can see, I got 513 points. Now there are different things associated with different types, but total I got 88 points in Virtuoso, 119 points in Heartbeat, and 306 points in Maverick. Different things will give you different points, but what I've seen is usually a lot of things are going to give you a small amount of points in Virtuoso, and certain things such as passing is going to give you points in Heartbeat, and other things such as scoring goals is going to give you points in Maverick. Now, during games, everything that you do is going to give you personality points. As you can see over here, look at the top right corner. Once I score a goal, I'm going to get some points in Heartbeat and in Virtuoso. Similarly, right over here, I'm running with the ball. This is also giving me some points for running around the side, but you can get a maximum of 15 of those. And now getting an assist is going to give me some points in Heartbeat and Virtuoso as well. And now finally, there are certain things that you can do in the game that don't come often, such as this. This is called scoring a beautiful goal, and I'm not just complimenting myself. This is what the game actually calls it. And this gives you certain personality points that you do not get from other goals. Another way for you to get personality points, which is equally as important as everything we previously discussed, is by going into activities and conducting certain decisions. For example, in this decision right here, if I was short on Virtuoso points and I really needed those, I would have selected the one that gave me 40 points in Virtuoso. Similarly, if I needed 40 points in Heartbeat, I would have selected that one. Do not make it random, always select the ones that you need. You can also hop on over to the shopping tab, and as you can see, a lot of things, other than giving us permanent boosts when it comes to aggression, strength, sprint speed, and a lot of other things, and some training boosts, this is the place where you really pick up a lot of personality points. As things become more expensive and as more of them are unlocked, the more personality points you're going to get. As you can see right now, we're getting 400, and then finally we got around 800 in each and every single one of these that we unlocked. Now I understand these are expensive, but it's something that you have to do. Now that we got the personality types covered and went over how you can get the points quickly so you can reach tier 3 and get the +5 boost on all attributes. If you're not max level yet and would like to get there quickly to try out all of my builds, which I put out on a daily basis, check out my guide on how to reach max level 40, which I will leave a link for on the left side of the end screen. And until the next time, stay safe and keep on keeping on.